crunch. Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday.
You can't really crunch oatmeal.
No. And
it's so hot, there's a lot of steam coming off that.
I would have a really hard time crunching
potatoes and
sausage and eggs and cheese, I suppose, too. That's all right. The real crunch was in our heart.
Might need to see a cardiologist.
Mr. George, your heart is crunching. I know. Breakfast
Thursday is 7 says, that's quitter's talk.
You can't stop my crunch. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to Tuesday morning. Not the store. We're unaffiliated. I don't know if they know that there's a store called Tuesday Morning.
Okay, so we had a location in Appleton where I'm from.
My lord, there's a high P train.
Growing up, but I never went and I never knew what was in it because it was on the other side of town, and then I came here and it was like Tuesday mornings everywhere. There's like 2.
I think it's great that we're going to use the train to talk about this retail store that very few people have heard of. There's a store and it's called Tuesday Morning and they sell...
It's kind of like a Big Lots. Or an Ollie's.
I was gonna, yeah, oh yeah.
Kinda. It's like closeout stuff.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
It's like little knickknacks. Penguin Frog says it's a junk store. Yeah.
Translate to non-American. It's all the stuff that other stores couldn't sell. They sell it to places like Tuesday Morning, who then sell it pretty cheap. It has furniture and like house stuff and like stuff for your bookshelves to decorate.
Hallelujah. Brandon asked if they were only open during Tuesday's breakfast stream, which is a legitimate question, but no, they're open just normal retail hours, which is really disappointing because you would expect. See, I forgot that thing existed, so it keeps catching me off guard. So you would expect that they'd have like extended hours on Tuesday morning. Like they open at like 5 a.m., but they don't. They don't. It's nothing special at all.
It's like a sad TJ Maxx. Yeah. Yeah. Our TJ Maxx is a lot nicer than Tuesday Morning.
Sorry. It's a really great description. Thank you, Elizabeth. Oh my god. We've almost finished all of these too.
Satab says the definition of a store where your grandma for sure shops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sometimes have like stationary stuff that I like to go, like they have washi tape, but it's really not that much cheaper than getting it anywhere else.
Another good description for that sort of store. It's not a store you go to buy something in particular. It's a store that you go to look.
And then you leave with a thing.
There's no one has ever walked into a Tuesday Morning with the idea of, I will buy this thing here. Because you don't know that they have it. Yeah. Tuesday Morning is a store you go into and you just browse to see what they have. Mm-hmm. And then you might leave with something. Yeah. And that's it. God, that's the premise of the store. Yeah. Because, like, if I go to Best Buy, it's probably because, like...
You know you need a tripod or...
Yeah, I go with something in mind.
A game controller,
yeah. I have to get something. That's why I go there. That's why I go to Target. That's why I go to Walmart. Mm-hmm. Tuesday Morning, that's not the purpose of the store. It's literally a store to just look. How is that a business model? Coffee! We just hope people come in and we'll just, find something for them. So it's IKEA, but you don't buy anything. A bad Home Goods.
Yeah, Home Goods. A bad Home Goods is another good one.
So this is the most I've ever talked about Tuesday Morning in my entire life. Like, the fact that we've passed the 30-second mark means that I've now spoken more about this than ever before. And I've heard so many different ways of describing it, and I'm so excited about it. Yeah, anyway, we have more than one.
The one in Appleton went out, I'm pretty sure.
Renee says, it seems like this is your favorite store, Grandpa. It's not. I don't mind going in there. And it's located right next to,
Lido Pizza.
Yeah.
And FedEx.
Yeah, Lido Pizza and FedEx. So, like, occasionally, back when Lunch Bunch was, like, a thing, and we'd go to Lido Pizza, sometimes afterwards we would walk over there. But, like, it's, again, you just go in, just, what do they got? What do they got? Because they do have some stationary stuff that Mal would like to get. So, occasionally we walk in and be like, oh. But, like, 9 times out of 10, we walked in and looked and then left. Because I don't need Christmas cookies in a tin. And I don't need a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles board game for children. And I don't need boxed computer software.
They have some neat furniture and stuff. But, like, it's a little more elegant than I like, because I like more of, like, a modern look.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's for Grandma,
Yeah.
who is from a different era and has likely different tastes. So, yeah, boxed computer software got some people. If you see boxed computer software in 2020, where are you? And you know it's the quality boxed computer software. I wish I had some to show what I'm talking about. But it comes in like a box that's like this big, it's a cardboard box about this big, but it's like this thin. You guys have seen this before, right? Like it's like boxed computer software. It comes in a box about yay big. It's a disc inside, but it's this thin. It's like these tiny little things. The software's like $1, somewhere between like $1 and $5, and it's like stuff that you don't need. It's like Mahjong. It's like I don't think do I need to buy boxed Mahjong? Do I need to do... And on the back, it's like, compatible with Windows 98. And I don't know, man. Like, I really question who is coming into a Tuesday morning, going to the computer software section, and saying, oh, man, I wanted to play Mahjong on my Windows 98.
I'm going to answer that question with the same answer you just gave me about the furniture. Grandma.
I don't know. If you have a Windows 98 computer at home, you've done really well. Like, if you have a computer that was running natively Windows 98 at any point in its life, and it's still running, I'm impressed. That's a long time. When did Windows 98 come out? Because it probably came out, what, before 98? Probably 97, so it's like 23 years.
I just missed my Windows 3.1. That thing never had any problems ever. It just worked all the time.
Can you imagine connecting a Windows 98 machine to the internet? Can you imagine, how... I don't think it would work.
For a long time, my dad still had the floppy disk with AOL version 2 on it.
Gotta get my Netscape Navigator downloaded. Also, yeah, by just connecting to the internet, you just get immediate Windows 98 viruses. Your computer would be mining Bitcoin, but very slowly. Anyway. Not impossible, but like unlikely. Anyway, I'm glad that we talked about Tuesday morning. This is great. This is I've got so many other stupid stores that we could talk about too, but Tuesday morning is one of the weird ones.
Yeah.
What's the one that my mom likes to shop at? I like how I prefaced it with stupid stores. What's the one that...
You need to be a little more descriptive than that.
It's like they sell like furniture and home goods stuff, but it's like it's not my style. Kirkland's?
Oh, Kirkland's.
Kirkland's. And like that's more of an actual store.
Is Kirkland's going out?
I don't know.
The only thing I want from there is a Papa-san chair. The one Stephanie has. But I think they filed for bankruptcy and they're closing all their stores.
That's not ideal. Also, thank you all for jumping on board the train. Enjoy your emotes courtesy of, I guess, Twitch, and then also yourselves. Enjoy what you created.
Oh, Pier 1 is going out. That's what's going out.
Hold on. Who said that? Sorry, someone said something that I can talk about that I love. Warlock said roses. Who still got the roses? Not the roses that's been dilapidated and abandoned for 6 years. I mean like an active, real life, they're still open roses. Who's got one? Because we do. And it is crazy.
Chill Dorks knows it. Hero Gabe has one.
Because, like, oh, man.
I'd never heard of them either, so...
You have 2? What? Where do you live? That's crazy. That's
Most
crazy.
people have no idea what a roses is.
Oh, man. So, roses... The best way I can describe roses is imagine a Kmart that's down on its luck and 30 years old. That is the best way I can describe a roses. Like, imagine...
That's stuck in, like, 2001.
Yeah, like if you go into a K... Well, I guess, is all Kmart's gone now?
Well, technically, we have 2.
Oh, yeah, there's another one. Yeah, I guess we do have 2. So it is Kmart. No.
No, it's worse than that.
You have to put yourself in a darker place than Kmart. Like
because half their lights are burnt out.
Yeah, I've never... That's another weird thing, because we've been in Roses, and, like, the lighting in it is not good. Anyway, imagine a Kmart, and if you've been in a Kmart... I don't know the last time people have even been in a Kmart. But, like, whenever we would go to Kmart, it really felt like you were stuck in the early 90s. Like, you walked in... It was like going into a time machine. And Roses is like that, but back another 10 years. And nothing has changed.
They're based out of North Carolina, Steven.
Okay, so it's definitely like an East Coast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's, Man. Adjo says, I think you're basing your view of Kmart off 1995 and not 2020. I mean, one of the last times I was in a Kmart was the early 2010s. And it had not been updated since
Do we still have
the
a Kmart?
mid-90s. No.
Is there one in Conway?
No. It's out of business.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Pretty sure it's out of business. Anyway. Roses, man. We still got one. I don't know exactly how they hold on. I mean, they're advertised as a discount store, which, admittedly, they are. They are a discount store, and if you want some cheap stuff, I guess you can get it there. But my view of Roses has always been skewed by their electronics section, which has been, notoriously bad. Because I remember, even into the era of, like, even, like, the early 2010s, probably, they still had that boxed copy of Tetrasphere for, like, $80. And I was like, y'all, can't do this.
Yeah, your mom said Conway Kmart closed.
Yeah. It sounds like reading some of the chat that people have had very different experiences with Kmart. Which is interesting. Because Mike Capella said maybe South Carolina Kmarts were time machines, but the one here in Staten Island were pretty good. See, that's wild to me because, like, all the Kmarts I've gone to have been in the South, but, like, South Carolina, Georgia, because we went to the one in Savannah occasionally. They were all, like, it's like they had been renovated in 1992, and then they stopped. And that's my every experience I've ever had in a Kmart. I've never seen a nice Kmart.
See, we had a nice one in Oshkosh.
Oh, yeah?
Because the one in Appleton, like, lost part of the roof, and then they, like, closed and abandoned it.
Coffee!
But I never went. And then we had one in Stevens Point, where I went to college. It was the only store close enough to campus. Because it was, like, a block off campus. And it was still kind of
I mean,
Not great.
I saw a few people comparing Walmart and Kmart, and to me, that's a crazy person talking. Like, they're not even remotely close. But I guess if you had a really nice Kmart, maybe it could have been like a really good experience. You know what the last thing I remember buying from a Kmart is? Seriously, last thing. Skyward Sword. Which we never played. Never actually played it. But I remember there was a really good deal on Skyward Sword at Kmart. And I picked it up during a time when you could still buy Skyward Sword at a Kmart. I think it was like $15 or $20. Anyway. You think Walmart is really not? Well, it's comparatively a doodle. It's comparatively, and like, admittedly, and maybe other people would have different experiences. Our Walmarts are really nice.
We have the busiest Walmart in the country.
We also have in North Myrtle Beach, we have the busiest Walmart in the country. They do more business, I guess, transactions or profit or whatever, than any other Walmart in the U.S. And that one is really, really nice. So, everybody's got, like, different experiences with stuff. Now, have I been to bad Walmarts? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Lord. Yes, but most of ours are really good. And we have, like, 5 or 6.
Walmarts?
Yeah.
Maybe full-size ones. We have, like, 3 neighborhood ones now.
Mm-hmm. The management of that Walmart was always really good, too.
Yeah.
Because Austin worked for Walmart for a while. Not this one, but a different one.
When he was in college.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he knew about some of the inner workings with the stuff, and he said that ours was really good. It was really good. I remember one time we were at the Walmart waiting on a release for something, and the manager bought breakfast for everyone waiting. Just like went to a fast food place and brought it back and gave it to everybody. And I was like, that's not necessary, but like incredibly kind. Like, holy crap. Anyway. I'll just Walmart, not stock pets. Brandon says, it's like Walmart is a vague collection of ideas that are different depending on where you are. It is interesting how different the experiences of all of these different stores are. Mm-hmm. People are talking about, like, Kmart's great, and I'm thinking, what? And then they're like, but our Walmart's awful. And I'm like, our Walmart's really good. So, like, I don't know. It's true.
My experience was with my dad working, because he was a district manager, so I would see a lot of that stuff.
The other problem is that the worst part of all this is it sounds like there's no consistency. There's just no consistency. So, does your Walmart have concrete floors? I mean, they're,
I think ours are those smooth tiles.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the clothing, which
is carpeted.
Is or was carpeted.
It is carpeted. Or they put in hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's tiled. It's tiled.
I think the produce department is grouted tile, though.
I don't know.
But then we have like 6 regular Walmarts. I forget which one does which. Because like most of ours,
I think they're all the same.
Have produce on the left and everything else on the right. But we have one Walmart that's flipped where like the Subway fast food chain they have in the Walmart is like at the back of the store and the produce is on the right. And like the electronics are in the middle. Like, that one always trips me up when we go to that one, because I forget how that one is laid out compared to everything else that's around here.
Also, Brandon had said, it's hard to manage a national brand, and this proves it. And yeah, I think that's fair. Because, like, everyone's experiences have been completely different. It's hard to, and that goes for a lot of different things too. Not just retail. Restaurants, especially fast food, dear God.
Eldo says electronics should be at the back. What are they doing? You know what's at the back of that store? Shoes and like sheets and like bedding.
Yeah. Like one of the things that I've always like recommended to folks whenever they're visiting, you know, Myrtle Beach or the South or whatever, is Bojangles, because we love Bojangles, and it's a great fast food, fairly unique fast food experience, especially if you're in the Southeast. But the problem with Bojangles is that it's incredibly inconsistent. You might have a good experience, you might have a crappy experience. And I feel bad because sometimes I recommend it to folks and they're like, oh, wasn't that good? And I don't know, was it actually not that good? Did they not like it? Or did they have a terrible experience? Because it's extremely likely that you'll have a bad experience.
The one we go to is always amazing in the morning and like not so good at night.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Brandon says, I was going to joke not sponsored until he said, you might have a crappy experience. I'm just gonna be honest. I like Bojangles. I probably wouldn't be a good fit to for them to be my sponsor, because I'd be like, Bojangles, it's good. You know, go in the morning. It's better in the morning. Anyway, all right. 20 minutes in the stream. I'm sure Chaz is like, you have not read alerts. I'm about to. We had to talk about Tuesday morning, and I had to eat my breakfast bowl. So now we can read some alerts. We have a sub from Beneath the Mask, or Beneath My Mask. Welcome.
There's Chaz.
There's Chaz. Looking at his clock, being like, you got a lot of alerts to get through. It's fine.
I was talking to someone last night, a friend of mine, and she was saying how hard it was to work at home because she wasn't used to that environment.
Yeah.
And I said, I know how you feel. I said, sometimes I feel like I need Chaz to stand over me and just like tap his watch.
Sometimes I come downstairs just to see what you're up to, and you're not actively working, so then I play the role of Chaz, and I'm like, what you doing? And you're like, oh, well, I was working on this, and I'm like, mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of times you do come down when I'm waiting on something to dry, or...
Too many beans. I'm gonna do the beans. Shout out to our patrons. Yeah, it's updated. For a minute, I was like, did I ever update the thing? I did. I did update the thing. That was earlier September. I still have to respond to messages, but I think I'll be doing that today because vlogs are caught up. 3:15, 3:30, 3:45. 4 new vlogs today, already scheduled. That feels good. 5 months from Galilibre. Appreciate it. We got a sub from Minyor01. Welcome. 21 months from Kaze Ninja 17. Thank you, Kaze. 15 months from Nixelpad, who says, due to work, haven't been able to catch any breakfast streams lately, such is the life of being a teacher. Well, you're appreciated. So thank you for doing what you do. And, you know, VODs are there.
Coffee!
VODs are there. 500 bits from I know how to spell calm. Good morning. Have you watched Brian David Gilbert on Polygon? He's great. I have not. I will try and remember to look into that. We don't really look at a bunch of stuff on Polygon, which is ironic because you have a Polygon shirt.
Yeah.
But you did. He is a weird Thomas clone. I prefer original Thomas. What?
Did you see Brandon made like the same comment right after that?
The John Boyce of video games? Maybe I have seen this guy. John Boyce is great. Someone I was just talking to Mal about that I've always been a fan of for years. And actually, I think some of the StarMed.net people have been a fan for a long time due to some of the stuff that he wrote early on is Tim Rogers. And, like, there's a very particular humor style that I don't think would match up well with everybody. But I really like the stuff that Tim Rogers produces. And he's the type of person that, you know, will be asked to make a review, and then it should only be like 5 to 10 minutes long, and it will be 70 minutes long. And it's needless. And it's great. And like, I can't ever watch all of his stuff because it is too long. It's extremely long form content. But his cadence and rhythm in delivering things and the way in which he words things is very funny to me. So something for other folks to check out at some point. I have 15 months from Elio Lugaru. Elio, thank you. 5 months from Brianna906. This is my first time subbing myself now that I have Twitch Prime. Thanks to the community for getting me this far with gift subs. Awesome. And only 1 month away from Double Plus. 20 months from Laney Bears, who says, good morning. Finally back after a couple months of a new sleep schedule with a newborn. I mean, obviously we've never had a newborn, but we've had friends who have had it and have talked about their sleep schedules.
I saw someone once make a chart based on, like, their newborn sleep. Like, when they were asleep versus awake, and they tracked it, like, their first year of life.
Yeah.
And it starts, like, everything's real close, and they're, like, awake and asleep all the time. And then slowly, like, their awake times are longer, and their sleep times, like, start to meld together until it's, like, day and night cycle.
Oh, that's interesting. I bet that'd be
It was
a really
cool.
Fascinating chart to look at. Anyway,
newborns don't sleep 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back, and you know, I hope that's going well.
Renee says, I vaguely remember those days. It's been 11 years. I'm still tired.
Oh. Jay Linebeck says, how were your sleep schedules impacted when you first got Sagan and Kepler? I remember that they were crazy, because kittens are crazy.
Mm-hmm. But we were able to sleep all right. Kepi would wake us up in the morning by purring and marching on a pillow.
Yeah, but
just this little black and white puffball just purring and just making biscuits on the pillow.
He hasn't really changed all that much. He was doing that this morning. This morning I was
Coffee.
my alarm went off and he jumped up onto the bed. He had been on the bed sleeping, but at some point he jumped off. Then he jumped back up after the alarm went off. And he was purring and marching. And I was like, are you ready for us to get up out of bed? And I was like, okay, buddy. 6 months from 63 Phils. It says, double plus time. Thanks for 6 months of toast, coffee, and casual chat. It's what we're about. At least 2 days of the week. 4 months from Nilla Thunder. Like vanilla, like if you were to take a box of vanilla wafers and leave them in a thunderstorm. As like a sacrifice to Thor or something. 30 Bits from Paint Chipper says, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday. I know that by the time you guys read this, I'll be in class, but quick fact about me. The reason my name is Paint Chipper is because when I was younger, me and my brother had a dartboard we always played with, and most of the time I would miss the board, hitting the wall, chipping off paint. That's how I got my username. Fun little story, I suppose. That is fun.
That is fun.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Paint Chipper.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thanks for the cactus. 2 months from Chill Badger. Hey, Badger. 24 months. Hold on. From Calvin, CK14500 says, oh man, I get to actually be awake to watch my internet grandparents.
It's early.
I'm also watching this before work, so it's a great time to come back again. Well, congrats on 2 years. So many people have been hitting that 2 lately. Now we're all starting to set our sights ahead on the 3. Oh man, what will have changed in a year? I think, I feel strongly in my heart that the world collectively will be in a better place in a year. I do. Like, I'm also a fairly positive person. We'll all be living on a farm. Hi, buddy. You wanna come up?
Hi, sweetheart.
You can if you want.
He's taking his time.
You moseying. That's what we call moseying. Come on.
He's like, I could jump on the coffee table.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep... Oh, there he goes. Hi, pal. He'll find his way.
Hi, sweetheart.
300 Bits from Mortally Crafty says, Good morning, grandparents. I've been watching Mal Makes a Lot, which has inspired me to get back into drawing. The question I have for Mal, have you used watercolors? And if so, would you consider doing a video on a watercolor painting? Thanks for all you do and the creativity you inspire.
Hi, sweetie.
So, you haven't spent a lot of time using them.
I feel like my watercolor ability for most of my life was at an elementary school level. Like, oh, just paint the spaces with the color. And then I took a class given by another teacher for professional development when I was teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And this teacher is a watercolorist, and that's like what she does, and she works full-time as an artist and a teacher, and her watercolors are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, really, really detailed and beautiful, like, more detailed than you normally see with watercolor. Anyway, she taught me how to think about watercolor and how to, like, actually, like, layer it.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different than I was...
It's different than painting.
...taught, like, as a painter, so it's like a backwards thought process. So, like, I know the idea behind it, but I don't feel qualified.
Yeah.
To talk much about it.
I understand. So, you did a watercolor piece with... Haley, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's been occasions whenever we've been visiting Alex and Haley, or they've been visiting us, where Mao and Haley have done streams together. And whenever they do, either Haley will do acrylic or you will do watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, like, somewhere on the internet, not sure exactly where it is, but somewhere Mao has done some sort of watercolor stuff. That's the only time I think Mao's ever done it, but it's really just a fact of not being comfortable enough to talk about it with some level of authority.
Yeah.
You feel like you can, you have the authority to, yeah, Chaz. You feel like you have the authority to talk about acrylic.
Yeah.
And I think you've deserved that. I think you've earned that. You've put in a lot of time.
Yeah, I feel like I've put in enough time to understand that. There's a saying about, like, X many hours to be...
10,000?
Yeah.
10,000 hours to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brandon does have the link there, so if you want to bookmark that for later, the Best Friends art stream. 10,000 hours to be a pro. I feel like it's so funny because, you know, I was working on vlogs yesterday, and while I'm quite quick at it at this point, and I was thinking about that 10,000 hours thing, and I was like, you know, I wonder how much time I've truly put into this, because I feel quick.
You are quick.
I've went back and watched, like, some early in the vlog, I had made, like, these little videos that are like, this is how I edit, and I actually went back and watched them some time ago.
And you're faster now?
Oh my god, I was an idiot. I watched some of that stuff and I was like, Jesus, Steven, you're slow as Moses. And now it's just, it's super, super quick. So at some point, maybe I'll get around to making an updated video of how I edit and show that it's quick. Also, on this note, before we move on to the next thing, Mal's latest painting is out. It is based on Street Fighter V. It's Ryu's stage. It is beautiful. It is honestly one of my favorite ones she's done this year. It's incredible. You'll recognize it if you've played Smash Brothers as well, because it's Suzaku Castle, and it's great. It's great. And if you really like it, the auction is still up until when? Sunday. It's. I know all the pieces are more beautiful in person, but this one specifically is like, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hopefully going to get that full version out within the next, like, let's say 2 days.
Coffee.
Yeah.
2 days. You cut almost half of it yesterday.
Over half.
Over half.
I'm like 3/4 done.
So if it's not out today, which I would love, then probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah. Mr. Gimbo says you call yourself slow and dumb in 5 to 10 years. I mean, that's just the nature of like getting better at everything, I suppose. But you've done the same thing. Malmix has been around for 5 years, and if you go back and you look at your first year stuff, it's just completely different. Although your third piece, your journey piece, still very good.
Yeah.
I liked that then, and I was like, wow, look what Mal can do. And he, you know, it's getting better. Chess says, do you want the auction image show? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, because if people haven't seen the image, we'll go ahead and show them. This is Mal's latest piece. It is beautiful in person. But the auction is going on now until Sunday. But then also, if you want it on a notebook or a phone case or something, it's also available on. What's your Malmerch?
Malmerch.
Malmerch.com. I always forget the URL we have for that. Anyway, moving on. 6 months from Ravencloak says, happy 6 months. I hope everyone's day goes well. Past few days have been crazy, so breakfast stream is just what I need this morning. Say hi to Kepi for me.
Boop. He's looking over at your drive spinning up.
What are my drives doing? He's fine. 3 months from Sraj G. 3 months, how time goes quickly. Been a fan since the Twilight Princess years and finally managed to sub. So happy to be in the community and keep crunching. I'll keep crunching. Best I can. 500 bits from Sparks15. Good morning, grandparents. Hope you're having a great day and also happy birthday to Paint Chipper. Aw, that was sweet, Sparks. And yeah, day's good so far.
I need to flip.
And I'm hoping to get some other work done now that current
There you go.
vlogs are caught up. So that certainly in a good position to get some stuff done today, hopefully. 19 months from Spin and Trap. We have 12 months from your boy Z Sweezy. Says, woo, 12 months. Congrats on a year. 14 months from Furious Kitty says, crunch. 24 months from Chrissy G says, 2 years of toast. Yay, I wonder how many loaves that is. How many slices of bread are in a loaf of bread? Typically. I mean, I guess it depends, but like a standard white loaf of bread.
I have no idea. I've never thought about that.
Like it's about this big. 20? Between 15 and 20 seems pretty reasonable.
Depends if you eat the heels.
I'm not big on the heel. Personally. Heels are the best part. Really, Chaz. Like,
So what you're saying, Chess?
I can eat them. But like for plain eating. Oh, you mean like
Just eating.
you mean to just straight up eat bread? Yeah, they're fine. They're fine, but it's not how I enjoy it. Also, some people are calling them butts. Really? I've always to us they're always the heels of the bread. Are there different words? And Spark says heels. I guess it's a regional thing. Yeah, some people call them butts. Just call them the ends. I mean, that's not wrong. They are just the ends. People in the UK do not understand heels. Okay, well. Crusts in the UK. Crust. See, the crust...
In the US, we refer to the entire outside as a crust.
Yeah, that's the crust.
So, like, if you have a slice of, like, the center of the bread, it'd be everything on the rim.
A lot of times picky children don't like the crust, so they have their parents cut the crust off.
Your mom said we called them toppers.
I'm sorry? Toppers? Alright, well, my mom is from Maryland, so that must be another regional thing. Interesting. UK here, the edges are crust, not the ends. So there must be regional within the UK itself. Oh my god, we're always learning things. I like how that happens almost once every breakfast stream. Like, we mention something, and then everyone's like, I'm sorry, and then like, there's like 8 different terms. Mom says they are toppers. Alright. Well, whether they're toppers, heels, butts, or crusts, we've all learned something today. Another 24 months from Satsy, who says 2 years. Doesn't feel like that long, but wow, who knew it'd last this long? Wow, thank you for making a breakfast stream that's worth coming to every lunchtime. Well, you know, you can have breakfast whenever you want. An egg for lunch can be very, very good.
We might do that today.
Maybe. Well, I mean, I had...
Oh, you had eggs for breakfast.
I don't know if I want another egg, but... Maybe. I had posted a picture recently of having a breakfast burrito for dinner. And there was someone or a few people that were like, but it's nighttime. And I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah. Breakfast at dinner was always a treat growing up because I've always loved breakfast food, so. 10 months from Goose Swap. 23 months from the Chemist 2020 says 23 months, so close to 2 years. Indeed. Just 1 month left to go. We got 1,000 bits from Sparks 15. What's the name of the cat? It's Thomas's little fish cat.
Catfish.
It's got a name.
Hover over it in chat.
Is that how it'll tell me?
Oh, that doesn't help.
Meow Ruff. That's the name of it. Meow Ruff. Okay. I can't ever remember the name. It looks like the cat from it looks like the cat from, like, what's that comic strip where the guy where everything Off the Mark. It looks like something from, like, Off the Mark. Not Garfield. No, it does not look like Garfield. It looks like Garfield if Garfield, like, got involved with, like, substance abuse.
And there's no stripes.
Yeah. And got rid of his stripes somehow. Anyway. Sparks, thank you for the star rain. 300 bits from Am in Iowa with the Waluigi star rain. 15 months from Tony21250. Thank you, Tony. Elfie Goldfish gifted a tier 2 sub to Light Rock. Hallelujah. 8 months from Florwolf, who says, I've been trying to get off third shift for a while, but I've applied to a state job that I'm feeling pretty good about, so I'm hoping this might be my chance. Always glad to catch the stream, though, while I do have this time free. Well, you know, good luck with getting that state job, especially if you feel good about it.
Bless you, Taco Bell.
On behalf of us and Taco Bell, we wish you luck.
Did you see what NDL said?
Still not over the fact that you call bread and heels tying the high heel gang's gifts together in a way we could have never imagined. See, I thought heels was a fairly national thing.
Especially because you and I both call it heels.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're from basically different worlds.
Oh yeah, we're basically from different countries. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Basically. I have heard butt. But not as common as heel. Anyway, it's very easy for me to go back into talking about this for 15 minutes, so I will try and stay focused. QueerQuest gifts a tier 2 sub to Platinum Platypus. Thank you, QueerQuest. Cal2020 gifts 445 bits and says, Hi, P. kind of puts everyone into perspective about where I am exactly in this, but we're getting there. Danny XX gifts 5 Tier 2 subs to Mathercist, Waluigi Man 1, Gale Song, Short Tomp, and Sven Craig. Thank you, Danny. 300 bits from Furious Kitty says, that's all I got. Love y'all. Thank you, Kitty. 1,000 bits from M. Dorian. No message, but we appreciate it. 100 bits from Chrissy G. 22 months from Jayasag says, morning all. Yesterday happened to be my 21st birthday, so I celebrated with pizza.
Happy late birthday.
Happy birthday, and also pizza's a great celebration. Remember, didn't we have this exact same conversation with my mom for like my last birthday? Where she was like, what do you want to eat for your birthday? And I was like, I just want pizza. And she's like, you can't have pizza. We're going to do something nice. And I was like, I just want pizza. I think we did end up just doing pizza. I think I ended up winning that battle.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, I just wanted pizza. And like Brandon said, you make good pizza. I think we got Gino's Pizza.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Which, as a reminder, is different than Gino's Chicago Pizza.
It's a real Brooklyn pizza.
It is a real Brooklyn pizza. Anyway. Thank you, Thomas. Always making me smile. 21 months from Melissa Little Bear, getting close to 2 years of crunch. Thanks for making the effort to wake up early twice a week. Worth it. I'm getting ready for major surgery at the end of October, and I'm glad I have hours of Stephen Plays and Mal Makes content for my recovery time. Hugs. Well, good luck with your surgery. I know Haley just had major surgery, and she's been recovering really well, so I'm hopeful that everyone else that has to go through any sort of major surgery also has similar good experiences. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff to watch.
Yep.
We're also making more.
Every day.
There is more every day. God, there's so much. 300 bits from Amby Walsh. Huzzah for Tuesday morning, both the time and the store. Now, if I could just convince Brando that he doesn't need to throw a barky fit every time a family walks by the house to get to the school bus. Hashtag dog world problems. I relate to that in some way, just because I hear Lindsay's dog. Dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs? I guess both of them now.
Mostly just the one barks, though.
Yeah, mostly Leia.
Kepler barks all the time. He has his head up by my ear.
He's just being sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I hear Leia whenever we're talking to Lindsay on Saturday evenings. That's probably the most. That's probably the most dog I hear, actually, because otherwise I don't see a whole lot of puppers. Mm-hmm. Joldre gives 5 subs to Nat Zent, Autumnal96, Firefly645, Samurai Master, and XC Priest. Joldre, thank you. 300 bits from Nixelpad says, so, I've been teaching for a bit and I just got my first paycheck yesterday, so I'm mini happy. Florida is now doing 2 paychecks per month for teachers. However, it's only mini happy because it was a small paycheck that was comparable to how much I got paid for 2 weekends at my college job, so hopefully my next paycheck will be bigger/better. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I guess you can check based on, they got like the little pay scale things. And they'll tell you how much
I don't know
you're
how
making.
other states do it. But that's how we get it.
Yeah, that's right. Every state is its own country. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to tell, like when folks from Europe are watching and they're trying to understand the U.S. It's like, well, we're 50 little countries. We got a lot of similarities and we have equally as many differences. If you remember that, then you'll be fine. If I were doing some Spark Striker says, a wild hype train appears.
It is wild on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is pretty wild.
Thomas says the first one is normally just a week, next one should be normal for Florida.
I see.
Hello.
Also, Brandon said 330 million people. Some of our cities are larger than your countries. It's true. It's true. Yeah, what a weird place the U.S. is. I mean, for a variety of different reasons, but
You're gonna get my hair.
the whole we're not many countries, but kind of many countries things is true. 300 bits from Aldo says, on Friday you mentioned how much it would suck to get a blood moon right after beating a Lionel. The very next day it happened to me. Luckily, I had enough time to loot the corpse and get away before the actual resurrection happened.
Oh.
So here's a question that I wouldn't mind folks answering. It would be fine. If does the blood moon only resurrect enemies, or does it refill health? Because my question would be, obviously, if you beat the Lionel, it would come back. But if you hadn't beat the Lionel, if you had, got half of its health down, would it still be in that spot?
So my next question would
Majority of people are saying only resurrect.
is if you had killed it, looted the body, and it came back, and you killed it again, would you get more loot?
Sure.
You think so?
Yeah, why
Okay.
not? Enemy has loot means enemy has loot. Mm-hmm.
You would get more loot. Okay, good.
Yeah. Like, when the blood moon happens, my understanding is that everything has just reset. Neat. 100 bits from Human Brian. Thank you, Brian. 100 bits from Summer Essentia. Fun fact about me, a lot of people are named after family members or get names with specific meaning. I, however, was named by my sister after her favorite character on a TV show. This was when she was 2.5 years old and bestowed upon me the name, is that Hane?
Annie?
Hanny?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. It's Anne, but with an H in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it could be Han, or Hanny, or Hani. In my defense, there's a lot of different ways to pronounce it. Hana, or Hannah. Okay, Hannah. So kind of like Hannah, but Hannah. Okay.
My mom tells
Neat.
the story of her water broke when she was watching Family Ties.
And that's how you got your name?
And for people who are
Sorry,
younger than us, Family Ties was a sitcom and the daughter was named Mallory.
Sorry, I'm just imagining, like, your mom sitting there, the water breaks and she goes, "Oh no, the baby's coming, I need a name. Mallory at work."
I think they had a list. And that was on there, and then it felt right.
My version is funnier, though.
I know.
30 bits from Coffee Cats with the EV Star Rain. 7 months from Back in Red. It says, 7! It's my 7th month. My Twitch baby is kicking now. It hurts. Anyway, grandparents, what has been your personal favorite Broken Picture Phone drawing that has been created?
Oh.
Oh, that's so hard.
Who Child was good.
Yeah, I mean, Who Child is
Duck
obviously
was good.
a big favorite, and Duck. Sometimes my connections aren't really to specific drawings. A lot of times they're just connected to, like, the episodes.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite episodes is the one that Emil joined us for. And Emil has never joined us for any subsequent Broken Picture Phones.
They take a long time.
I think maybe we scared him away.
Yeah, because we had so many people that night.
Because, like, they seriously take hours to make. And people don't realize that. And it's exponential. Like, the difference between 8 people and 12 people is crazy. It does not take 50% more time. It takes...
Yeah.
I don't know how it works out. But it's extremely... It's a long amount of time. So, typical Broken Picture Phone with, like, 10 people takes, like, 3 hours. Or something like that. So, of course, we only showed the fun... Like...
The ending.
The fun 30-minute part of just pure comedy.
Most of the part before we go through the books is us all complaining. Another drawing? Ah!
It's true. There's an astounding amount of... Every single Broken Picture Phone I think we've ever made. And obviously that's not in the video, but, like, leading up to it, it's just nonstop complaining. Like, oh my god, I've already drawn 8 things. Chaz, do a magic button so I don't have to draw. And Chaz is going, no. So yeah, it does take a while. You're free to make your own Broken Picture Phone. Yeah, that's about the answer I expected. Anyway. Also, you can totally tell. You can totally tell, because if you watch Broken Picture Phone, choose anyone. It doesn't matter who's drawing. Look at their drawings.
And if they're in the beginning of a book,
Yeah.
like if they're like page 3 or something, or page 4.
All of the beginnings of all of the books are pretty good. Then, once you get past the halfway mark, and someone's drawn a few times, the quality of the drawing always goes down. Alex's last few are usually scribbles. And it's because, you know, someone's been drawing a lot. And it's random, too, what you get. So sometimes there's been episodes... Well, I was going to say, it's...
It doesn't feel random sometimes.
It does feel like Chaz. Chaz says because he spends
That's
50
true.
minutes on
Alex
this first
does
one.
spend so much time on his first ones.
Is it time to do another broken picture phone?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've... I think... Is episode 30 out? Because we made episode 30. I don't think it's released yet. We'll get to it.
I don't know, but I feel like by the time we, like, get to the books to review them and record that part, like, I don't care anymore about, like, how long things took or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's all forgotten in the funniness of the books.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why, if we're going to do broken picture phone, we try really hard to start on time. Our on time is Saturdays at 9 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we've gotten a little lax on that recently.
Yeah.
Like, we start closer to, like, 9:30, sometimes 9:45. But we try really hard to, like, start on time if we can.
Brandon says 30 isn't yet. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, there is a broken picture phone. I don't remember what's in it. Something good. We recorded it a little bit ago. Let's see. We got 300 bits from Goldmage162. It says, sea lions generally behave optimally when confronted with ambiguous cues signaling food reward. Although visual form discrimination and generalization is highly developed, thus far abstraction abilities have not been demonstrated easily in pinnipeds. Although many pinnipeds dive to 200 to 250 meters, only the Weddell seal has been observed to dive to 600. In other news, yesterday was my brother's birthday, and my mom, who's an SLP, just started in-person work again. Well, thank you for the facts. Also, 600 meters is deep. And happy birthday to your brother. And, of course, good luck to your mom working in person. 2 months from JJ. Yes. Sorry. My brain has to, like, process a thing, and it's like, no, not JJ. JJ102 says, hi, good times ahead. I know. Mouse, stay amazing as I know you are.
Oh, thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, am I biased? Yes.
Oh, I know you are.
Yes. Our Doodle says, I have to say again, there's only been 3 episodes of 1,000 Bikeaway Cards in 2020. The last episode was 4 months ago. We actually talked about that. And Chaz is on it. It is the hardest to set up for. It's not canceled or anything, and Lord knows we still have plenty of cards, so it's
A lot
coming.
of people have been asking for Among Us.
Well, they'll be excited to know that it's coming. Actually, one of the vlogs
That's coming out
that's
today.
coming out today talks about it. We have had more requests to play Among Us than any other game. Both from outside of our group and then also from Thomas. So, we got it and we played it for fun on Saturday just to, like, get familiar with it. And we will be recording it this coming Saturday. So, if you wanted to see Stephen and friends play Among Us, congrats. You're going to see it. People told me no. Can you believe it?
You can just hear Thomas say that, like, in your head in Thomas's voice.
And people told me no. Can you believe that? It's Thomas. You thinking of doing Among Us with TRG? I saw that Jules did a little thing with the group.
On Sunday.
But he did it on Sunday, and Sunday is my day off. You know what I did Sunday? I watched Mal play Red Dead Redemption 2 for hours and hours and hours. And it was great. And that's probably going to be our new Sunday thing.
Part of Sunday.
Yeah, part of Sunday.
We have not many weeks left until Extra Life. So we have to get some stuff done.
Yeah. Did she whistle a lot?
It's
Fun
the
fact,
opposite button.
It's the opposite button.
Ugh.
You whistle for your horse with down in Breath of the Wild, but you whistle for your horse with up. Also, playing Red Dead Redemption is going to screw Mal up in Breath of the Wild
I was just
so
gonna
much.
Say that.
Mallory played Red Dead Redemption on Sunday for like 6 hours?
I don't know.
Probably about like 6 hours. And while she was doing it, she, from the beginning to the end, for 6 hours straight, messed up A and B. like, consistently. She would open up her map, and then and she would go to, like, put a marker on, but she would close the map because she'd hit B. And she did it for 6 hours, and I was like, how have you not? And I was like, man, you are going to be so screwed up when you go back to Zelda.
It's because it's backwards.
It's great. It's great. How far is Mao? Mao is past the Prelude, so she's at Horseshoe Overlook.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of leave it there. Now, obviously, Mao hasn't been spoiled on anything, so we'll ask people to keep Red Dead spoilers to non-existent levels so she can continue to experience the game. But I knew that she would like it. She likes those styles of games, so she's been getting really into the story.
I need some water.
Okay. We got 24 months from Murmur, who says, wow, 2 whole years. I've been watching y'all since late middle school / early high school, and now I've graduated college. I'm excited for many more years to come. Ah, well, thank you for watching for so long. And we're excited for many more years, too. Doodle said, did she name a horse? She did. She, one of the early missions, they don't make you buy a horse, but they really push you to. And whenever you buy the horse, you name it. And she named hers Bo. B-O. So truly it is bow time. Every time you get on the horse. Also, the horses are so different between Breath of the Wild and Red Dead.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting because those games came out very close. Breath of the Wild was early 2017, and what was Red Dead? 2018? So like a year apart. There's certainly similarities, but there's also there's definitely extreme. They're not even trying. They're not trying. Like, they're both open world games, but they're trying to do very different things. The emphasis in Breath of the Wild is the gameplay. And the emphasis in Red Dead Redemption is the story, and it's very obvious. It's very very obvious. So it's fun. Let's see. You leaving?
He's warm.
Ain't too warm. Ain't too warm. 500 bits from Lettuce VR says, good morning. I'm finally up early enough to catch a breakfast stream. Thank you both for being awesome. Well, thank you, Lettuce. And good morning. Hope your coffee was good. If you had coffee. 1,000 bits from Valexan, who says, you ever just walk into a business and wonder how it's managed to keep its doors open for the past 10 years? Like, where the money's being generated? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's a lot of businesses like that in Myrtle Beach, and you basically have to operate under the assumption that they are doing so well in the summer that they manage to stay alive. Or, as Noah says, every mattress store ever. We have a shopping plaza near us that has is it Mattress Direct?
Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mattress firm, and like
in the same shopping
in
center?
the same shopping center is another mattress firm.
And there's another one over by FedEx.
Which is also very close by. And it's really weird. It's really weird because, like, when the one opened up, I was like, oh, the other one's moving? It's not. They're just both there in the same shopping center. And I'm like, why? What was the purpose? You have to be running coupons. I mean...
Well, they sell, like...
I didn't say it.
They sell, like, actual mattresses. Like, you can buy a purple mattress there.
And take it home?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I mean, maybe they order it for you, and they're like, oh, it'll be in 2 weeks, and then it goes to their store, and they're like, look, here it is.
Just seems odd. 300 bits from Molly Tomlinson. Hello, grandparents. Today is the day I moved back into my uni dorm. Slightly nervous with the small issue of a worldwide pandemic, but good vibes overall. Well, just be as careful as you can. Mm-hmm. I think slight nervousness is just... I think to some degree, I think it is innate in all of us now. And it'll probably follow us for some time even after this is all over, but there's nothing wrong with being a little extra careful. 9 months from Spaceboy333. I get to Triple Plus and my birthday is in less than 2 weeks? Awesome. Happy early birthday, the 27th. That's coming up pretty soon. God, and then we'll be into October. Man. 8BitJ Live says, you getting Mario 3D All-Stars on Friday? Am I getting it? Yes. Am I getting it Friday? Probably not. My solution to the problem is to just kind of pick it up whenever we're out at a store next. Whenever we're at Walmart, I'll just kind of pick it up then. New games are cheaper at Walmart. They're $50 as opposed to 60, which is a pretty good deal, honestly. So I don't need it the day of because we're not going to be playing Galaxy for a while. So just whenever.
Yeah.
Just whenever we get to it.
What song is this?
Newsreel,
Oh.
which is why it sounds kind of like a newsreel.
I thought it kind of sounded like, what is that game where you play as a border crossing agent?
Papers, Please?
Yes. That's what it reminded me of.
Jorge said, could be hard at selling out everywhere already. I mean, yeah, but again, I'm thinking this game is going to be available until March. Certainly, with 6 months, at some point, I'll stumble across it. So, that's how I'm choosing to think about it. With if it was like a 1 month thing, I'd be a little more concerned about trying to give it. But with 6 months, I'm like, sometime in the next 6 months, I'll pick it up. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, I know there'll be a bit until you see this message, but do you have any good people of Walmart stories?
We had someone working self-checkout once that just came over to us and was suddenly telling us about this book they wrote.
Yeah.
Like, unprompted, they just...
Yeah, was it an employee?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little weird. We were doing the self-checkout, and I don't know how other people feel, but I tend to do self-checkout to avoid human contact. And while doing it, the person did come up to us and just start talking to us about how they were writing a book. It was one of those things of like, okay, they had a lot to talk about, and I was like, all right, good luck on your book.
This was a few years ago.
This was a while ago. But hopefully their book came out.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe it looked lonely. Maybe. 300 bits from JJ who says, hi, what's a Kmart? More dark energy and Coke Zero for Chaz? Yes. That is a Kmart. A Kmart is a place where wizards go for fuel. Kmart is still around though, right? Like, it's not completely...
Oh, I don't know. Ours are all gone.
I know ours are gone, but I think they do still exist in certain places. I don't think they're completely gone. But maybe they are? I don't know. Noah says there's a Kmart by me. Solved. How they're still holding on, I don't know. Not sure. But it's still like, they're almost gone. Nearly gone. 19 months from Wholesome Aeon, who says, morning, Stephen and Mal. Decided to do some baking last weekend as I made some honey cakes inspired from the Wheel of Time book series. It's also currently developing a TV series coming to Amazon next year. So excited. I don't know what that is, but honey cake sounds good.
Yeah.
I like honey. I like cake. I'd probably like honey cake. 8 months from the Real Klong. Love all your streams. Hope your week is going well. Thank you. I'm hoping this will be a very good week.
And we have a lovely day on Sunday coming up.
Do we?
Yeah. Like, highs in the 70s and, like, low humidity.
So we're going for a walk.
Oh, we're going to spend a lot of time outside.
I'm down for that. 300 bits from Dr. Robotnik says, I don't think I've ever been awake this early this year. Moving does weird things to your sleep schedule. Sometimes good things.
Yeah.
Sometimes good things. Really depends. Depends how active and productive you are at different points of the day. I like being up early, although I do still find myself being very productive at night. It's fine. It's fine. I find it a little difficult to be productive in the afternoon. We get a sub from Kaze Dougie. Welcome. 11 months from Raguzgu. 15 months from Tricky Anthea. I get woken up at 5:30 by my cat every morning, so I catch up with the breakfast stream before falling back asleep. The woes of being West Coast and working night shift. Getting woken up by your cat is a mood. Cat never wakes up. Mal.
Oh no, Kepi knows. I sleep lighter than you do too. But he just bothers you.
Never bothers Mal.
Never.
Never.
Sagan would. Sagan
Yeah.
would bother me.
But
Kepler
Kep
doesn't.
only bothers me. So there's times that he'll wake me up, and I have the clicker on my
Yeah.
nightstand.
Kep likes a challenge.
I click once, and that's it. And then hopefully I've done it halfway in my sleep, and I go back to sleep, and Kep goes back to sleep too.
Thomas says same with Bruiser. Sherlock says food giver, please. Well, see, I'm the one that feeds Kep in the morning. Most of the time. You
Depends.
do too.
Depends.
But, like, he knows that I can feed him.
He forgets.
Is Kepi kind of clingy to Steven? Yes.
Yeah, he likes to spend a lot of time with me. Although he's gotten better about it.
It was really strong after Sagan died, and then it's kind of gotten better. Like, I've found him sleeping downstairs on his own, or in the studio.
Yeah, he spends time with you now.
Yeah.
Because for the first, month or two after Sagan passed away, Kep did only, lived with me.
Yeah.
On my lap, always by my side. But that's gotten better.
Yeah.
Thankfully. 1,000 bits from Jefferson314 says, just wanted to say you've brought so many smiles to my fiance and I over the years. Thank you for what both of you do. Aw, well, I appreciate that. I'm happy to be in the smile production business.
You're gonna put that on the next thing you have to fill out. What's your job?
I produce smiles. They'll be like, oh, so you're a clown? They'll be like, kind of. A little bit.
Clown song.
Clown song?
When you sing, it's like
Clowns don't sing.
a jester.
Oh, a jester. Oh. Did jesters sing? Anyway. 30 bits from Danny X6 who says, we've never had a newborn, but we've had friends who've had it. Friends who've had them. Friends who have had newborn. Context, you know what I mean. They've had, we know people have had babies. They've had babies. 30 bits from M. Dorian who says, good morning, grandparents. I just got New Horizons after months of not having any money for it and watching all of your Animal Crossing New Horizons videos to hold me over until I got the money. And I'm really loving it so far. Anyway, I just wanted to ask you how your islands are doing at the moment. Mal continues to work on hers.
Very slowly. I didn't do any on Saturday. Because I feel like on Saturday, after we're done recording or hanging out or just chatting, I do a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done anything.
It's been, Mal's has been a work in progress. I have not touched the game in a meaningful way in a while. I still plan to, I just haven't. At some point, I'll get to the point where I feel comfortable working on it and not feeling guilty for not working on other things. 24 months from Danny. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad I could wake up early enough so I could celebrate 2 years of crutch. Congrats on the 2. 300 bits from Dark Overboard. Not only is the term crust for the end of bread loaf something regional in the UK, as is the term for a simple bread roll or barm cake or cob or muffin or tea cake or... Lots of fun terms. Also, they call fries chips.
Yes.
And they call chips crisps.
Uh-huh.
What a wild world we live in.
And biscuits are cookies?
I know. Absolutely, positively bonkers. This world that we exist in. I remember whenever we did the class field trip when I was in high school, that a lot of my classmates thought that was the funniest thing. They could not get over differences like that. They would ask for chips and get fries, and they'd be like, I didn't get potato chips. And I'm like, yes. That is how it works here. It is different than where you live. So they eventually started to put the pieces together, but oh god. Oh god!
You clicked it.
A clown song. It's a duet, so I'm screwed. Let's go.
Good morning, Steven.
Hoo-hee, hi. I really want to die. Turn it upside down. Smile, I'm a clown, oh, hidey, 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 hidey. I really thought that you would... That's the first duet we have ever done where you said nothing.
I did the first line.
I was trying to think of, like, what a clown does. And I was like, clowns, like, make weird noises, right? I don't know. I've never seen a... What do the clowns do? They say, like, what are you doing? They make little strange noises. John says, no, they don't. It's all clowns... Well, it's the Irish drinking song, so the clown has to be Irish because of the song. They tell jokes and tie balloons. What is a clown? Make leprechaun. No, no, we all float down here. You are the worst example of a clown. And that's kind of a compliment. Kind of a compliment. It was a bit more of a leprechaun. Although, what is a leprechaun other than an Irish clown? They're pretty close. What was the sound I even made? Now I'm like, I remember I made various sounds, but I was just trying to think of, like, what's a jolly thing a clown does? I didn't think that it would shut you off for the rest of the song. Anyway, I'm moving on. That was 5,000 bits from Chrissy G.
That's not jolly.
And it was on that day everyone had an anti-jolly. 5,000 bits for Chrissy G, who said, let's have a clown song. Well, I guess, you know, it's kind of what you wanted. Maybe not entirely.
Brandon said, look at the time, I have to escape. I mean, get to work.
Oh, would you look at the time? 500 bits from Sparks 15. Another meow rough.
Take us with you, Brandon.
My mods are leaving. Moving on. 1962 bits from Pickletron XD, who says, food is food. You can eat it whenever you fudging want. Agreed. Agreed. Breakfast for dinner is great. Although I do struggle with the idea of eating dinner for breakfast. There's certain things I don't want for breakfast. Like, I'm not going to wake up in the morning and eat, like, curry. And that's kind of weird, isn't it? That I'm willing to do one, but the other way around, I'm like, whoa, hold on.
I am if we're somewhere and that's what they do.
Well, sure. If that's the thing.
When we were at the Ryokon, like their breakfast was Japanese breakfast. And that was fine. It was good. But like, would I want to have like a grilled fish for breakfast and rice every morning? I'm not interested. That's not what I want for breakfast.
Yeah, when we're traveling, all bets are off.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. But like,
people said cold pizza for breakfast. I'm not into that either.
I can eat cold pizza, but I'd rather have it hot. 2 months from Tony Spade. Thank you, Tony Spade. 1,000 bits from S. Santiago 98. Mal, are we going to get any more food episodes these holidays?
I have one I would like to do, but we're going to have to see.
Man, I guess it was...
It was last...
Thanksgiving? I think it'd be appropriate to try and do one more Malbakes.
Yeah.
Even if they're only one a year.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to do one.
Well, I did pumpkin pie. Yeah, I did pumpkin. Right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie. So yeah, another one.
Anne says, can I have apple pie this time? See, that's the one I would like to do, but that one's significantly harder.
I mean...
There's a cookie recipe I want to do.
Obviously, it depends on where we are with work.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be hard too because it'll be right after Extra Life, but... Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to do it...
I am going to be making an apple pie regardless.
Yeah, well, if you want to do it and we're in a position where we can set aside the time to actually produce it, I would like to. It was fun. Mm-hmm. And I can I was gonna say I can edit it on the.
You're gonna edit it?
But yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, Mal can do it. It's her thing.
You can edit it?
I was just saying that my computer
You're offering?
can finally.
Okay, you can do it.
I could probably edit it more quickly than you. So maybe I'll, maybe, I don't know, I might.
Oh, thank you, Renee. Everyone loved your pumpkin pie. It was my first time making a scratch pumpkin pie.
I mean, I know you had a lot of compliments on that pie from people that put it together. So people would love your apple pie. It's real good.
Yeah, the apples. I love pumpkin, and I always have. But I think I like the apple pie I make better. It's just there's a lot of chopping and peeling of apples.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I think I use 6 apples. Like 4
Maybe.
Granny Smith and 2 Honeycrisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen has been voluntold. I get volunteered or voluntold for things around here a lot. Also, morning, Carlos. 300 bits and Padawan Becker says, what do you call James Bond when he takes a bath? 007. I like it. 3 months from a lover's rose. Yeah, 3 months. Still job hunting, but holding on to hope. Good vibes. Good vibes. 300 bits from Prince, who says, you joked about barking Kepi, and it reminded me of a barking cat from my childhood. The Pauper, in the Barbie movie, Princess and the Pauper, had a cat who barked. Bit of a rough rapscallion, but a good kitty. Haven't watched that in a hot minute, but childhood. There's so many Barbie movies. We have one.
Island Princess? Yeah.
Have not watched it yet. But it was sent in because there was an extra life where that was a big part of it was Island Princess. Isn't Island Princess on the Wii?
It is.
I didn't imagine that.
It's under Barbie.
Yep. I can't reach it. Just trust me that it is. How many games are there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? There are at least 6 Barbie games on the Wii. We might be missing one. I don't know. But there's at least 6. Is that too many? Probably. There's a lot of them. 3 months from Aeronautical GG. That's a plus. Danny gives a tier 2 sub to Armageddon. That's a good name. 9 months from the Thunderstriker. Finally got my Twitch baby. Although it hasn't been 9 months in a row, and I don't think that's how babies work. Anyway, I'll name my Twitch Levin because I like it, and it's similar, but not exact, to my actual name, Logan. Here's to many more months. Well, congrats on 9 months and triple plus. 350 bits from PHNM Anorak, who says, good morning, grandparents. I need some grandparental wisdom this morning. I've lived in South Carolina for 11 years, Florida for 7.5, and Georgia for a few years, but was born in France. When asked where I'm from, I don't know how to answer. My dilemma is that I've been in South Carolina the longest, but I don't consider myself Southern. What do you think? Well, I would say, like, the fact that you're born in France is interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a good, like, if someone's like, if someone asks, like, where you're from, I would say, I was actually born in France, but I've spent my whole life in the Southeast. And I think that would be a pretty good answer. Because you've got a nice amount of time in both Florida and South Carolina, and you've been in Georgia, so I would say the Southeast, because that encompasses everything. That's my advice. But if you want to go with one particular, state,
I'd say whatever one you consider, like, your childhood home, maybe?
Yeah.
Or, like...
Or whatever you whatever you consider home. Home changes, too. It's perfectly fine, if you grew up in one state and you moved, it's perfectly fine to say, I'm originally from here, but I call this place home.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we moved somewhere, like if we moved to Tennessee and we lived there for a few years and someone asked me that question, I'd say, oh, I'm originally from South Carolina, but Tennessee's where I call home. Home changes. Home changes occasionally. We got 500 bits from HyperCole64. It says, finally get the chance to catch one of these streams. Hope both of you are doing well this morning. Also, Mal, do you still love balls?
I have not had that in a long time. I know Jules, did a thumbnail with it.
I watched that video, which I believe Cole edited.
I haven't seen that soda in stores.
Soda? Is it a soda?
It's an energy drink.
But it's not a soda. It's
a soda.
Does it have carbonation?
Yes.
Okay.
D. Ah.
I'm so
Jules
sorry.
loves his cursed thumbnails.
Cole, you did a great job on the video, by the way. I watched. I've actually seen some of Jules' little edited highlights, and they're all very good. So you have a really good editing style, and it's very fast paced and fun. Keeps the fun high. But yeah, there's a part where Jules is talking about how he had been on a breakfast stream, and it shows a brief clip of us talking about it.
He had asked about energy drinks. I
Yes.
think, yeah.
We were talking about energy drinks, and actually, so Jules did that, and sent me a message with the thumbnail and asked if it was okay to use the thumbnail, but I didn't see it until like a day later. So I guess his thought process was like, well, he'll probably be okay with it. I'll just use it, and if he doesn't want me to use it, I'll take it down. But I was fine with it. It was nice. I had a brief little conversation with him about how he was doing and how him and Adri were doing and
Oh no.
how California were. What does this clown is online mean?
Don't worry about it.
Oh god, is this another mummy situation?
I think so.
See, the reason this is concerning is because, like, at least with the mummy thing, it was something I was like, oh Chaz, can you do this? I didn't have any say in this. Similar to the tier 2 gifts with the Hallelujah, like, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Now, do you remember the noise you made?
Sounds like an alarm clock going up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have someone else running all of the stream stuff. This is what happens when you let Chaz make his own Streamlabs, and he has all of the power. Oh my god! It's clown-like. I think it's clown-like.
It's like some stereotypical leprechaun.
You know what's so great? It does sound very much like a leprechaun. Anyone who misses this breakfast stream is going to have no context for this. Like, that clown thing is going to come on, even on Thursday. It's going to happen and everyone's going to be like, what? Or on Friday? For people that can't make it in the mornings? I gotta move on. I gotta move on.
Because you're gonna have these alerts that just say clown.
666 bits from 10 to Crowd says, I made it to breakfast stream on my birthday. Happy birthday. From Irish Clown.
Mickey
Happy
Mouse
birthday.
doing a leprechaun impression.
I don't want back a gift of tier 2 sub to Chaz is God. So well timed, honestly. So well timed. It's from Lana to Wang. It says, speaking of a great storyline game, do you guys have any intention of trying Ghost of Tsushima? It looked good. Actually, Mao was more interested in it than
Yeah,
I
I was interested in it.
So maybe at some point. Maybe. Well, I mean, Mao's probably going to get through Red Dead first, but then
Yeah.
possibly. Because Mao thought it looked really good. Bits from Cather9 Streams who says, good morning, fun fact. Apparently the state of Alabama becomes part of Mississippi or vanishes completely when a hurricane is coming to the Gulf Coast. This is seen in many mainstream news outlets. I can tweet the pic if you want to see. Send me, yeah, tweet a pic at me. I'll check it out after the stream. And also, shout out to everyone in the Gulf. Be safe, because there is another hurricane.
Coffee.
Hitting now?
I don't know. Thomas, when is it hitting?
Thomas, you're in it. Is it in Pensacola?
Yeah, Sally.
Sally, that's it. Yeah.
It's not as strong as the last one
It's
that
not
went
as strong
through.
as the last one, but it's still... I think it upgraded to like a Cat 2.
Late tonight,
Late
Thomas
tonight.
says. But it's moving slow, like its path, so it's gonna dump a lot of rain, and that's not great.
Yeah.
Fun
Fun fact.
Says, didn't we reach V? Yes. There's only one more letter, and then we go to the Greek alphabet.
Thomas says, sitting off the coast, we're getting 18 plus inches of rain. Good God. Yeah, this is the first time in a long time I've said my full use. Yeah, I often just shorten it, and then today I just didn't. I'm full of surprises. I might read all of the words. It's possible.
Thomas says, no storm gives you any safety. Yeah, that's true.
The interesting thing about this year is that it's possible that so the previous record for most hurricanes in a year, 28,
yeah,
from 2005, and we're up to 20.
Yes.
So we're starting to close in. Right now, 20 is tied for second place with like the 1930s or something.
Yeah.
Man, we were talking about this earlier this morning, actually. So, yeah, there's who knows? The busy hurricane year. Let's see. 10 months from Core K0017 says 10 months. I'll hit a year in November. Even more confusing for me was jumping between Xenoblade Definitive Edition and Breath of the Wild this past week. I vaguely expected Link to auto attack for far too long. Mao is not the only one. It can be difficult if you're playing two, similarly styled games at once. So I apologize in advance for Friday when Mao is confusing the controls. Although also, I'm sure that it will be funny, and therefore it's fine. 23 months from missing no leader. 23 months, finally get a good consistent work schedule with Sunday open up for some Saturday fun. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad your work schedule is consistent. Yeah, and having a day for fun is good. Everyone needs a little fun. Everyone needs a little ho-hi ho-hi hi.
No.
Maybe a little. Maybe just a little ho-hi ho. Maybe just a ho. I apologize to everyone. 24 months from Ultra Oscar says, I can't think of a message to write, so please just imagine I said something cool, but the 24-month sub sure is neat. I'll imagine it was cool. Hey, congrats on your 2. You get a sub from Vi9371, welcome. 500 bits from the Chemist 2020. Shout out to the Discord for being an awesome place where we make sure no one is left alone in voice chat and everyone is loved. Yeah, I saw that last night.
I thought it was super cute.
Right before bed, I had scrolled down and there was like 50 people in voice chat, and I was like, and then I saw that almost everyone was muted, and I was like, what's happening in here? And I was like, I gotta go to bed, so I need to go. And it's funny because voice chat generally has almost no one in it, so to see that many people in, I was like, what happened? I was like, I don't have time. I have to go to bed.
It was because someone stayed in voice chat and forgot to, disconnect. So they were there alone, and then everyone jumped in so they weren't alone, even though they were muted and, gone.
It's incredibly wholesome.
Dr. Robotnik says it was because Fossix was in there. Yeah.
The most wholesome reason to have everyone on mute collectively in a voice chat. Incredible. Let's see. We got 500 bits from 8-bit. Mal only. Where's your Irish clown, Mal? I guess we're about to find out.
It's not gonna last long. Heidi.
The rest. Sorry, Mr. Barnes. Bigotron says Mao only. I'm not ruining this.
You needed to jump in.
Nope. We got a Heidi die at the beginning, and then a lot of it was do. 5069. Nice. Bits from Pickletron says, Mao only saying Heidi dies and booty doody doody doos. God, what a wild morning. What a wild morning. Sometimes you wake up for breakfast stream, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe that's the day that Mummy will exist. Maybe that's the day that Clown will exist. Just continually adding to the repertoire of weird secret alerts. Gurgit, huge ball. 500 bits from 8BitJ Live. This has been a long time viewer of both channels. I love your content. Keep being awesome, guys. Well, Jay, thank you. I appreciate it. More on the way. 2 months from Deranged Anime. Back from deployment. Trying to get back into Twitch, and you guys are the first stop on that journey.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And, hey, we're only here 3 days a week, but that's a good start. It's a good start. We don't stream as often as everyone else, but I'd like to think that what we lack in quantity, we have in quality. Where else you gonna get them Irish clowns? Where else you gonna get them Irish clowns at? 14 months from IC Patterns. Friends' babies are the best toy as long as you don't have to perform the maintenance. That alert answered that for me. Yeah. It's like, I agree, but with dogs. I don't want a dog because they require more effort than a cat. But do I like dogs? I do. I like to play with other people's dogs and be like, you're a good boy, you're a good boy. I'm going home now. I don't have to take you out to go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And I like Friends kids, but again, the maintenance on the Friends kids are a lot. They're a lot.
Yeah, and neither of us have been around babies a lot.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an understatement. Mm-hmm. That is an understatement. I to this day, I'm not sure I've held a baby.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I haven't.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people try to have me hold babies, and I say,
and like 5-year-olds and up, I know because of teaching. But
they say, Steven, you're an adult. Would you like to hold this baby? And I go, nope. Like, I don't care if it comes across as rude. I'm just real worried that I'll drop the baby. Aldo says, what about Ian's kid? I'm pretty sure I did not hold Ian's kid. Pretty sure.
Coffee.
Maybe I did. I don't know. But, you know, I'm worried that I'm going to drop it or something. Thomas says it's hard to drop a baby. Well, I'm good at a lot of things that I don't know I'm good at, so I'd rather just not risk it. Deranged Anime gives a sub to turn to page 394. Thank you, Anime. 5 months from Zeus Orange says, 5 months of crunch and shenanigans. Thank you all so much. And to celebrate, whole grain pancakes with a side of eggs, sausage, potatoes, and the creme de la creme, blueberry lime scone, and a bee sting, honey, espresso shots, and milk. Wow. Stay awesome.
That sounds amazing.
ZSR consistently has super brekkie. And not even like the same super brekkie, just over and over, like different brekkies. Jealous of brekkie. 500 bits from Sparks15. Okay, yes, we UK folk name things differently, but you gotta admit, you'd love some baked beans on toast. Best British food, or just baked beans with sausage and mash. I like baked beans. Have I ever had them on toast? No. Would I be willing to try it? Sure. Like, in my head, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, would it be odd for, you know, a US palate? It'd be a little weird, but would it be bad? No. It'd just be different.
My favorite thing...
I wouldn't eat them cold, though.
...about the breakfast is the tomatoes.
Yeah. Sliced tomatoes are good.
Yeah.
Chaz again with, baked beans are a condiment to be scooped up by ruffled potato chips. Question for UK folks. The baked beans on toast, are they served hot? Or are the baked beans served chilled or something? Because I would assume...
I think they're hot. Because I think we had them in Ireland.
We did?
I think they were on those breakfasts.
Hot. Cool. I'm on board.
God, no, not cold.
Hey, man, listen, the reason I say is because there's been times where things in my brain, I'm like, oh, this should be, you know, this should be served hot. And there's been times I've been places and stuff was served cold, and I've been like, I can't do it. Can't do it. I didn't know. Maybe they're like straight out of the can.
Hot salsa.
Thomas, don't even get me started. 30 bits from Dr. Robotnik. So today I'm going to play GTA 5 for the first time. I recently beat Fallout while watching the LP, and that was the first shooter I've ever actually played. I'm technically still not done, but I can wait to do Nuka World a bit. Other than also getting to Horseshoe Overlook in Red Dead Redemption 2, let's see how GTA goes. Good luck with GTA. It's an experience. It's an experience. It's, it's a Rockstar game. It's fun open world experience. Probably the most fun open world game I think there is. And this story is good. It's not for everyone. I know it doesn't always mesh well with all the baked beans are nice and hot. GTA's humor style doesn't always mesh well with everybody, but I've always enjoyed it. And I hope you do too. It's fun to just drive around.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why we've got so much longevity out of
GTA Online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we haven't done it in a while. 300 bits from Kimchi Kobold. Hey Steven, your friendly neighborhood Kobold here again with another animal-related question for y'all. Do you two have a favorite animal? I'm quite fond of sea slugs and rabbits myself. Like a cat.
Besides cat, I really like cheetahs.
Which is a cat.
I know, but they're really cool.
Yeah. I mean, as a general rule, I like animals.
I like seahorses and like leafy sea dragons. Those are the cool ones.
I generally don't care much for birds, although I like parrots. I think parrots are kind of neat. Anyway, just cats. It's like domesticated house cat, big cat, all the cats. 4 months from Charge97 says, good morning. Last week I was 38 weeks pregnant, eating pumpkin pie. I'm still eating pie for breakfast, but now I get to hold my son.
Oh, congratulations.
He was born on September 5th and is super amazing. Congratulations. Also, I like how you included, I'm still eating pie for breakfast. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve it. Eat that pie. Good vibes for you and your son. And congratulations from us, and then also certainly from chat. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. 500 bits from Black Wolf 24 Alpha says, I make cranberry apple pie. It's great. If you want the recipe, I'll send it to you. I've never had cranberry pie. But I also haven't had a lot of cranberry anything.
There's a lot of cranberry bogs in Wisconsin, so...
Yeah, I've seen...
Cranberries are very common.
When we've been in Wisconsin, you've shown me some, actually.
Yeah. They're really cool.
But I've never really eaten a lot of cranberries. Huh. Anyway.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you can you can tweet the recipe to us if you want. We'll try and check it out. We have 300 bits from White15. Wolf who just says, clown. Oh, here's where the clown stuff starts. 300 bits from Bucky Boy says, clown test. Danny X6 with 300 says, clown. 300 bits from Dr. Robotnik says, I much prefer this to what I thought clown would be. 300 bits from Lano says, clown. I know how to spell calm, who says, Irish clown sound. Moist Crunchy Potato says, now that's a clown noise. Danny X6 switching it up with, mummy. 300 bits from Tiger says, for the clown song. Danny X6, clown. Hypercold, no way I can't miss out on this. Clown. Jaboka, more clown. The Chemist 2020 500 bits who says, clown. Chaz, what have you done? Hogarth VT gifts a tier 2 sub to Criticile. Before we get back to Scola Pendra saying, Irish clowns, you mean leprechauns. Go about Custard with clown. Roarwolf with clown. Rickletron, clown goes moo. Padawan Becca with the 300 bits for the Chaz Star Rain. Sapphire Becca says, I need in on this clown. Item Crafting Live says, honk. I know how to spell calm says, new ringtone anyone? Danny says, once again, I'm so glad I woke up early this morning. Clown. 300 bits from Padawan Becca says, just trying to clown around. Dr. Robotnik gives a sub to Irish Clown 147. Lana, clown. 100 bits from Kids in Bad. 300 bits from Shy who says, clown. God, so dreams are weird. I hadn't dreamt in a long time, but last week I had 2, maybe 3. The first one was has Jared, the 8-bit drummer there. He was really excited about a weird hand crank scanner. It then ended up in a prop plane dogfight scenario. The second one had a sports anime theme of some sort. And Tom was there on a bike and he stole my sandals for some reason. And I had to chase on foot. And for some reason, in the context of a dream, all these things make sense for reasons. There's occasions where in a dream I'll realize that things aren't making sense. And then I either wake up or I have one of those brief moments where I'm like...
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. Which is generally where you get to do cool things, but mostly I just question things. I'm like, wait, this isn't real.
And then I wake up. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 bits from DannyX6. Did you just say everyone needs at least a little ho? Hashtag family friendly spelling clown. Howdy, howdy, hi. 3 bits from Lano says clown. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Okay. It's a Hamilton reference.
It sounded vaguely familiar, but I would have never put that together. I would have never put that together. It's probably something I've heard you say or play.
Yeah.
500 bits from I Know How to Spell. Oh, does Hamilton have an Irish clown in it?
No.
Is that in, like, the second act? $500 bits from I Know How to Spell. Comment says,
now.
says, my gosh, it sounds like Gurr from Invader Zim. A little bit. A little bit. Reader from Cobalt says, more clown. 300 bits from Lovely Artie. Clown! A while ago, I sent you all a question about eloping / getting married young. Just wanted to let you guys know that my husband and I just had our 3-year anniversary after running away and getting married right after sending you that question.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And there's nothing wrong with
No.
with eloping. Nothing wrong with getting married young. Sometimes, you know, it's just... I'm just trying to think of the day.
You gotta do it your way.
Yeah, and I was about to say, you know, sometimes it's just like a Tuesday afternoon and you're sitting around and you're like, what if we get married today? Was it a Tuesday? I was trying to think about when Alex and Haley got married. And I don't remember exactly what
It was
day
like
it
a
was.
Tuesday or something.
We're sitting around and they're like, what if we got married today? And we're like, okay. I need to get, like, permission from them to, at some point, show that footage.
Yeah.
Because there's footage from that vlog day. But that, you know, I obviously didn't include it at the time because it was still it was a secret. And now it's not really a secret anymore.
I think
but...
she tweeted.
Yeah, yeah.
Or said it in a comment or something.
Yeah, she's been a little more outspoken about the fact that they've been married. They've been married for 3.5 years. Yep. And again, just, hey, let's get married. Look, it's this thing. Sure. 500 bits from my now spoke home says, are you my mummy? Hashtag DW. 30 bits from Deranged Anime. No message, but I'll assume the intention was clown. 400 bits from Kids and Bad. Finally figured out how to use bits and would like to see you guys let's play Sword of Ditto and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World when it comes to Switch. If you haven't seen, I did a first 20 of Sword of Ditto, so do check that out. It's not the whole game, but it's some. You got to play some of it. And Scott Pilgrim vs. the World would be fun. It was
a fun game.
I'm really hoping that it's physical. Sincerely hope that they release a physical version. If they don't, oh, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be really mad. I'm gonna be really mad. Don't make me wait 10 years for this game to come back, and then you put it on the store, and then in a few years be like, oh, it's gone again. Haha. No. We have so many producers of limited time games now. Someone's got to get on that. Someone's got to get on that. 300 bits from DannyX6. I'm scared I'm going to drop it. Babies are just... all-encompassing. All-encompassing. I'm scared I'm going to drop babies. I'm scared I'm going to drop babies. I just don't want to be responsible for dropping a baby. I feel like I know how to hold a cat. I pick up a little kitten. Got it. Not to mention, they're pretty good about landing. Much better than babies. You drop a baby? What's the odds that thing's going to be like... whoop? Probably low. Probably low. 1,500 bits for Pick What's Wrong. who says, shout out to French Toast. And during his stream yesterday, it took Jared 2 hours to play the drums since he was reading alerts. That's a lot of alerts. I haven't tuned into one of Jared's streams in a bit. I remember we raided him whenever we did Mario Odyssey, but I don't think I've seen any of his stuff since then. Hope he's doing well. I get to talk to him once a month. I'll talk to him in October. 100 bits from Dark Dud. Maybe Dark Dude. 30 bits from Dr. Robotnik says, somehow you like big cats, but what about Big the Cat? Buy his book.
When did Big the Cat become a character?
Sonic Adventure 1.
Okay.
Right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's right. When did he become a meme? Sometime later.
And so
Sometime
Sonic
later.
Adventure 1, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I never played that.
I never beat
He
it.
just showed up in a Mario and Sonic Olympic game, and I was like, oh, this must be some Sonic character I've never learned about.
Yeah. The interesting thing about Sonic Adventure is that I still have very fond memories of playing it in like stores at the little kiosks. And the Sega Dreamcast at the time, it was literally mind-blowing. I think the only people that had that exact same experience will feel that way. Because anyone going back to Dreamcast now will be like, oh, you know, it's a game. But at the time, you know, people that weren't in that era that didn't experience that same jump, like playing the Dreamcast, it was night and day between that and like, you know, Sony or Nintendo or anything. Like, it was such a jump in quality that being able to play Sonic Adventure 1 at the little kiosk was like, oh my god, this is incredible.
Yeah.
This is so incredible. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Bucky Boy 2009 with another clown. Lana with clown. 500 bits of my knowledge spell calm. One of my baby cousins wrote in the late 1900s in her history class when talking about the 90s, and wow. Not technically wrong?
I felt a similar feeling when I was playing Red Dead, thinking about the years it was set and what was going on in history then, and like, it wasn't all that long ago, like, they didn't have phones, and
Yeah.
like, there's a
Dude, Red Dead is so good.
There's a street light I rode past when I was playing. When
Oh,
I was
yeah?
taking that girl back after she, like, broke her leg or whatever.
Yeah, when you went to Annisburg.
There was a street light, and I was like, electricity was a thing, but not everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't all that long ago.
Yeah, it's the game is set in 1899, and it starts in 1899 and some time passes. It's really good. It's really good. It touches on a lot of the issues of the time, like a lot of the issues, and it's really cool. I can't wait for you to see it.
But, like, technology and history is cool. There was a thing I saw once that was, like, a video, like, adoption rate of different technologies, and, like, the adoption rate of refrigerators, what percentage of households had them through the years, and it was, like, a video, so it was, like, you know, just going through a timeline, and then, like, oh, there's a new technology, adoption rate. So it was showing when people adopted things like a TV or a radio, and
Yeah.
then we get into, like, the 80s and 90s, and it's suddenly like, oh, everyone has a radio and a phone and a computer. And
Corda says Breath of the Wild surpassed any of the open world games you've played. From a gameplay perspective, yes. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but like, from a gameplay perspective, Breath of the Wild is so fun. From a story perspective, no. Like, even comparing like Red Dead is just, it's not even close. Like, but it's also where the emphasis was put. Like, when you start Red Dead, I was reminded from watching Mal start it on Sunday, it's clear Rockstar wanted to make a movie. You know, it's just, it is all in on the story element. And that's why those games are they're both open world games, so they feel so different. Neither of them are bad, and it's hard to say that one is better than the other, but they're trying to do
Didn't we just
different
watch
things.
a Game Maker's Toolbox video on Nintendo?
And how the first thing that they are always focused on is play.
Yes.
And that feels true in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild has to be fun to play. We'll worry about the story stuff later. And like, there's more story stuff in Breath of the Wild than a lot of the other Zelda games I've seen.
Yeah.
But trying to compare the story for Breath of the Wild in Red Dead is literally insane.
Yeah.
It's not even remotely close. But it depends on what you're looking for in a game. If you want to get engrossed in the story, Red Dead is where you should go. If you want to have gameplay that's more enticing, I think Breath of the Wild is a more fun game to play. Although Red Dead is also a very fun game to play. But very different style.
It's like
Very
when you
different
talk
style
about like the Walking Dead game and Last of Us game and like
You know what a lot of it is too? Is that the story in Red Dead is a part of the missions, and in Breath of the Wild, it's largely not. There's so much exploration in Breath of the Wild where there is no story.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you get little story bits, but it's like scattered. Red Dead, the story is the missions, so you're constantly getting bombarded by story. That's why,
Satsy says the shrines are removed from the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what you're spending almost all of your time doing. That is why by the time we're done with Breath of the Wild, will I have like cried it all through Zelda? No.
Lover's Rose is atmospheric versus story driven. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But throughout Red Dead, whenever I did the Let's Play, I cried multiple times because I was so connected to the characters. You're so involved with all of those characters. But would I go back and play Red Dead? Probably not. But would I play Breath of the Wild again? Probably.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Red Dead Prologue is so boring. Once you've beaten the game, and you go back and because, I've already finished Red Dead and I was watching Mal play it from the beginning. The prologue is a lot better. And I think it's because the prologue is very overwhelming when you start. Because it's like, you start this game, and it's like, well, here's 25 characters, and you're like, what? I can't keep track of who is who. But having beat the game and watching Mal play it, I'm like, I know all these characters. I know everything about them. I know their backstories. I know what happens to them. And it was a really cool experience to feel like I had that knowledge. Anyway, I gotta move on. 500 bits from Murmur says, seahorse fact. The genus for seahorse is hippocampus, which is why the brain region is also named that, because it is seahorse shaped. Also clown. Thank you. 300 bits from Danny, who says, clown. Fossix with 300 bits, it says, with everything going on in the world right now, circuses have started to put their shows on the clowned. Large breath. Thank you, Fossix. 300 bits from Aldo says, I'm so glad I'm at home instead of the office so I don't have to explain why I'm cracking up about clown noises. But wouldn't that be fun to explain to coworkers? 300 bits from Cobalt says, the clown is here. 300 from Item Crafting Live says, Peggy ate a clown once, said it tasted funny. 6 months from Canidos says, my latest gifted sub expired, so I guess it's time to renew it with one of my own. Welcome
Double Plus.
Welcome to Double Plus. 300 bits from Prince says, I was trying to resist buying more bits, I really was, but I had to with all this clowning around. Since I'm here, I figure I'll re-say something that got buried by chat. Broken Picture Phone, stamps only. Get creative overlaying stamps to make something bigger. We've thrown the idea around, because this is not the first time it's been brought up. We've thrown the idea around, but we haven't done it.
Yeah.
Is it possible? It's possible, but we haven't committed to the idea fully yet. With 100 bits from Zalusan, and then 10 months from Star Wars Kid 798, who says, good morning, grandparents. I guess I'm at 10 months now, so that's really cool. Hope everyone is having a great morning. Thank you, Star Wars Kid. And with that, it took us a while, because we had both a hype train, and then also Chaz
Clown.
invented a new alert.
Invented.
He did. I mean, maybe I was the inspiration. I don't know.
Maybe. Can't be sure.
Possible. But those things combined made it a pretty late breakfast stream. That's fine. Things for today, so you're aware of them. There are 4 vlogs coming out today. 3, 3:15, 3:30, 3:45. Which means yesterday's vlog is also scheduled, so vlogs will be caught up.
My time lapse is out.
Mouse time lapse is out. We're working on the full version with any luck tomorrow, hopefully. And and Fossis has got the link there. It's very good if you haven't seen it. Highly recommended. And the eBay auction for the actual canvas is going on now too. So, you know, check that out. And as Joel says, the Apple event's in 2 hours. Yeah, there's 2 events today. There's a Sony camera event for the A7C, which is, you know, it's not the camera that I want, but I'll probably check it out anyway because it'll be very short. And then there's also an Apple event. Not for the iPhones, but they're going to be talking about a few things. I'll probably check it out. A bit early, but first 20 stream next Tuesday. Is it? I don't remember. How do I find this out?
I don't know where your calendar. Do you need me to pull up my calendar app?
No, I have to look at the
top left.
Well, I don't need that.
Oh.
I need. I don't know. What was the last thing we recorded for First 20, and is it coming out this Friday? I don't remember. If so, then yes. I don't remember.
You'll have to check.
Reventure came out on Friday. What was we recorded something? Oh, Kill It. Oh, okay, Kill It with Fire. So Kill It with Fire is coming out this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, next week. Next week will be a First 20 stream. Yeah. And then I think that's it. And now there's a few more alerts, and then we'll get out of here. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu's. This stream is just at 2 hours because of all the clowning around. Literally, that is objectively correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that verbatim, even, is true. 14 months from Griffin Kitty. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Satsy, who says, so leprechauns are fairies, often depicted stereotypically, but they're fae. And one thing we know about Irish fae, you don't have to believe with them to decide not to muck with them. Clown. Also, my keyboard just died, so it looks like battery time. Battery time. I'm always on battery time. Because I can't charge this anymore. 200 bits from Gamers 00700. Appreciate it. And with that, we're done for today. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining in on the literal insanity on a Tuesday morning. It's fun. We will see you all on
Thursday.
On Thursday. Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for another breakfast stream.
Oh, did I?
Oh, good Lord.